Sockeye are the backbone to Lake Bebe Nation's culture.
You can't replace it as a food source within our family. It's something that we've had since I can remember, was having the fish to eat all the time, whether that be fresh fish, smoked fish, jarred fish. This year was the first year that I didn't get smoked fish or jarred fish. I had 3 fresh fish put in my freezer this year, and that's not enough to feed me and my family. You can't replace that protein to the First Nations communities.
We are all fish hungry. There is not enough fish.
I think if you put a trend line on the sockeye escapements, the line will be going down.
Gotcha.
And probably true for all species. First Nations with the priority right under the Constitution of Canada have the first right for the fish, to ensure that our food fish needs are met. Not being able to get that right, fill that right, is a hard pill to swallow for First Nations. Especially when you have other user groups fishing. It doesn't matter what species they're fishing for, they're still out there fishing.
It's like a slap in the face.
It is a slap in the face.
The only stock that's in the green, so it's almost like a stoplight where you have red, amber, and green. The only salmon stocks that are in the green are basically the enhanced stocks from Pinkett and Fulton.
When we have all our eggs in one basket, like we do on Skeena for sockeye, the Babine, Pinkett, and Fulton, when we have troubles, we have big troubles.
We can't depend on enhanced stocks because they are prone to disease. There are government cutbacks to run these 2 facilities. And if there is no money right now, how can we depend on these enhanced Fulton and Pinkett fish for food, which we have to do right now because our wild stocks are dwindling and they're almost to the point of extinction. The fence, I believe, was put in approximately 1946.
We got pink, sockeye, sockeye jacks, coho, jack chinook, steelhead. We catch any of those, we just mark them down. But mostly we want to just keep the sockeye for the members. They just be right here, sitting here, and you let the trap open as they come through. We have individual counters here keeping track how much fish coming through, and they do different shifts, 8 hours. So 2 hours at a time, we have different people coming in and just taking shifts at how much fish we get through.
A lot of people are able to get their food fish prior to Lake Bebe Nation even opening up the fence because we take a major precautionary measure. We've been in co-management with GFO for approximately, I'd say 6, 7, maybe we're on our 8th year. But prior to that, Lake Bebe Nation did operate weirs. And this is the way we fished and we managed fish because they actually, our people counted the fish and they would know we have to let this certain stock go and enough of these, enough of 5 Mile, enough of 9 Mile, enough of Morrison, enough of Tallow. And yeah, it was amazing that our people did not go out and get a Bachelor of Science, but yet they knew that and they taught me so much.
Sustainable.
Yes, very sustainable.
The Skeena system, supplies salmon for a large number of First Nations and other people as well. And 90% of those fish up to 90% can be from the Babine. So understanding the Babine smolt at migration and the numbers of smolts out migrating every year tells us roughly how well they're surviving in the lake. We also have fry survival data from Pinkett and Fulton. So if we see, from the fry to smolt survival rate, we can see how well they're surviving in the freshwater. And if we see a good number of smolts out migrating in a given year, but a poor return for that same brood year, then that would suggest that there's an ocean bottleneck. So it tells us a lot about where significant management concerns might be happening. So is it the freshwater? Is there something changing with Babine Lake and Elkikwa Lake and other lakes here? Or is it the ocean component?
Where traditional management was, you took what you needed and it was controlled by the syndicate of these fisheries, at fish fences, etc. Now where we look into the future is what do we see that has happened since contact. The fisheries has changed to an aggregate abundance-based management, which has led to the long-term decline in the diversity of populations throughout the Skeena.